God for creating. Everything I see, everything I do, thank God you made it.
Oh, hey, what's up? Just designing the latest fashion over here. Come check it out. Faith and Desire. My Out of Pocket t-shirt. Blessed by grace. And the 3D Faith and Desire tee. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it bumping.
Why bother lie when the truth is free? Illusions creating distorted reality, manifesting heart's desires. Faith that anything is possible, probable. With God, I'm unstoppable. Can't deny denial. Life flowing through. Living is a test of subscription, a lifetime trial. Only faith, no fanatics. Pay attention to the antics. Peace over power, panic. Design planned in fashion. Gado Yeshayahu. Hallelujah. Total Robbie Yeshua. Great. Thing. All praises, all honor, all glory to the Most High. Yeah. Thank you so much for the light. Peace and blessings, my people. Peace and blessings. You know? And we back in here with another one. Another topic at hand. Another discussion too. I'm going to open up the panel just so we can have this conversation. I'm going to stand firm on mine. As y'all can see the topic of this video, everybody wants glory. Yeah, I'm standing firm on that statement. Tell me a person who doesn't want the honor, who doesn't want the praise. Let's hop on the panel. Let's have a discussion. I'm confident in this one right now. I know, hey, at the end of the day, we got to be moving towards something. We got to have an agenda out here, even if it is selfish. Many people have an agenda. Many people are seeking something, are wanting to move in this world to receive some honor or some praise or some kudos for whatever they do. But truly, when we are operating in this essence, who has the spirit to build and to cooperate? Yeah, we're going to bring it out. We're going to share some insight on this topic. And let's just build today, family. Y'all already know, man, we create content over here to inspire, to encourage, and to motivate the next to be great. So just having these conversations at hand is just being able to spark thought, be able to bring out some creative construction of how to maneuver out in this world. And hey, we should all be wanting to make sure that we keep on moving forward in our purpose and our passion and our agenda that the Most High has given us in this world to fulfill. But before we even get into it, family, y'all already know, gotta vibe with the people right swift, man. Just to be able to have this message hit a little bit home, man. I got a couple of tracks lined up where I gotta get them off my chest, man, so that we can really, truly get to see how I'm operating in my spirit before we really get into this conversation. So, hey, sit back, enjoy, man. If y'all rocking with the tunes, put some emojis in the chat, man. Let me know what y'all think, cause hey, we gonna keep on growing on this, and best believe. And so, just to be able to vibe with y'all before we get in the message, man, I feel just as though it just mellows out the conversation all that hand. So we here, family. We're gonna keep on growing. Hey, we're gonna keep on sending praise, man. That's the first track I want to go ahead and get in tune with y'all today. Hey, and let's all just make sure we have the agenda whenever we open up our mouths. What are we communicating on? Everybody wants something. What do you want? What are you striving for? Yeah. I send forth my praises. I send forth my praises. Yeah, no. I send forth my praises. Thank God for creating. Yeah. I send forth my praises. Thank God for creating. Everything I see, everything I do, thank God you made it. Yeah. I send forth my praises. Thank God for creating. Everything I see, everything I do, thank God you made it. I mastered my stitch and design in my life. You reap what you sow, so just plant what tastes right. Water your seeds, enjoy the breeze. God's grace is peace. My soul no lease, new faith please. Changing the reason I needed therapy. After the fall, God season manifesting. Yeah. God grinding for me. Rocking that faith and desire. Heaven inspired attire. I'm moving mountains. I'm slaying giants. Everybody want to be known for something. Everybody want to take honor and take kudos and get praises for something. What you out here doing though? Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I will stand by this statement. Everybody wants glory. Thank God you made it. Send forth my praises. Thank God for creating. Everything I see, everything I do, thank God you made it. Rocking that faith and desire, heaven inspired attire. I'm moving mountains, I'm slaying giants. Everything I see, everything I do. Everything I see, everything I do. Okay. Rocking that faith and desire, heaven inspired attire. I'm moving mountains, I'm slaying giants. My God is the supplier of the faith of fueling me. Desire extraordinary. Now take the time to see the truth. The lie is so popular, inconvenient. My own eyes seen it. The rise and fall of a nation. I send forth my praises. I send forth my praises. I send forth my praises. I send forth my, I send forth my praises. Faith and desire, heaven inspired attire. I'm moving mountains, I'm slaying giants. My God is the supplier of the faith that's fueling me. Desire extraordinary. Yeah, okay. Thank God for creating. Everything I see, everything I do, thank God you made it. Yeah. Thank God for creating. Everything I see, everything I do, thank God you made it. Hey, and so family, I see you in the building, brother Jamonte. What it do? What it do? Shalom. Hey, all praises to the Most High, man, for giving me another opportunity just to share another 2-4. I hope y'all can hear me good, man. As y'all can see, I keep on switching up the mics just so I can get the sound and the audio right, see which one, brings out the best clarity for the people. So we building over here, family. We want to make sure that we bring forth quality content, not just, inspiring messages, but also something that makes people want to tune in. So I already know that having this build as far as y'all see what's going on in the back end and us adding on to the studio and making sure that we have a nice place where we can even broadcast from, man, it goes a long way to the message. So just to let y'all know, hey, we growing. Hey, all right, bet it up, loud and clear. One. Hey, we in here, family, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the message just based off of that song right there. Send praise. I send forth my praises, thanking God for creating everything that I see, everything that I do, thanking God that He made it. Let's be real, family. Everybody wants glory. I'm gonna open up the panel a little later too. If anybody wants to come up here and actually rebuttal against what I'm saying, or even want to add on, let's build. But I'm standing firm on this statement. And is that even a bad thing? Knowing that when we move out here in this world, we should obviously take honor after things that we do, right? We should receive some type of high five for us being who we are. Who wouldn't want someone saying, hey, you're doing good at what you're doing? In some sense, yeah, that's receiving glory. Y'all already know, family, on this side of the channel, man, we don't like to talk about words without breaking it down full in detail. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. What does glory even mean? Because I don't want, man out here glorying man in a way that is malicious or backwards to the conditions that the Most High wants us to move in. But let's literally break it down into the sense so we can get an overall comprehension of what it means. So glory is a high renown or honor won by notable achievements. Is it safe to argue to say that people want to be known for having achievements? If you're in this world and you're not achieving anything, who wants to be known for not achieving something? I think where people get it twisted and turned is they try to receive all the glory. They try to say they did it all by themselves. But in reality, as I just got done vibing with y'all in the song Send Praises, who woke you up today? Who gave you another opportunity, another 2-4 to see another sunlight? Can you truly say that you deserve all the glory, all the high renown accolades for achievements that you do in your life? And so there's also a second part, a second statement to this stream is saying people out here, they truly lack the spirit of wanting to build and cooperate with one another because everybody wants glory. It's hard to build something when the person right next to you wants to say that they did it all by themselves. Oh yeah, we gonna get into it. I feel like I need to vibe with y'all a little bit more before we even get into the thickness of this message right now, because this may be hitting some people's spirit. We may have to calm it down a little bit. But I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm standing firm on these statements right now. Where, as y'all can see, family, we're gonna have an open panel today. My statement is everybody wants glory, but truly, who's out here operating in a sense where they can build and cooperate with one another, knowing that, hey, there is some type of achievements that, yeah, we want to have honor for, but how can we even work together and build when everybody wants this glory? Everybody wants to be known for doing something. Everybody wants to say that they did it all by themselves, but truly, is that even living? Knowing that you're here all by yourself? Give me one moment, family. Hey, come on, man. They over here trying to hit us with some technical difficulties, but we in here, family. We in here. There seems to be a lot of conflict of interest going on right now, and then it's like everybody wants to be known for having achievements of taking down one another, but in reality, how does that ever get us moving forward and where we have something that we can actually have honor for? Let's build, family. Know that I want to be able to give my brothers and my sisters kudos for having these achievements as well. How many people actually have that spirit of wanting to work together to build and cooperate rather than trying to see how they can tear down the next so that they can be the only one receiving all the glory? Yeah, all right. Hey, yeah, I already know. I'm gonna be hitting y'all a little hard this stream, family. I'm gonna be hitting y'all a little hard this stream. Javante in the building talking about facts. Justice Burns, I see you. I see you, sis. Dennis Deluz, shalom, shalom, family. 88 Soul in the building. What it do? What it do? Man, we gonna build, man. We in here. 88 Soul said, personally, I most do not like the attention, but I know a nice amount of people who love it. And that's where it comes in the hand, where you already know being what they call out here in these YouTube streets, chosen. Being children of the light. I was the same way, man. I could care less about somebody showing me attention. I could care less about somebody giving me praise. I can care less about what other people feel about me, because at the end of the day, I know that when I went home to my father, and this is metaphorically speaking and in a physical sense, when I went home to my father, hey, he was the one that bestowed upon me the attention that I needed, the praise that I needed, the encouragement that I needed. How many people even get that from their households where they are not out here seeking all glory for themselves, knowing that, yay, when you are out here operating in the essence that you are purposed to do, you're going to receive some of that gratification back. And it's not for you to just soak in and just get puffed up over. Majority of people out here, they can't even work with the next person, because as soon as they start to see somebody doing something a little bit better than they do it, all that cooperation go outside the window, man. Like, oh no, this person do this a little bit better than me, and then now they're gonna get all the attention. Now they're gonna get all the likes. Who cares who get all the likes? Who cares who get all the attention? If y'all on the same message, if y'all on the same wavelength, if y'all are like-minded. My brother Jamonte, he said something really powerful to me, and I'm thankful that I can have brothers like him, that I'm currently in the process of building something great with, where what I do isn't just for me. What he does isn't just for him, but it's for us. So when I see somebody giving honor and praise to my brother, likewise, I feel that. When I give honor and praise to my brother and I know that we're working together, all that glory just isn't on him. It's on everything that he's connected to. But how many people even are in that spirit to know that There's enough glory, there's enough praise to go around to be shared. And if we are one body and one person is getting more attention to the other, then who is it? Who are you to look at that person and say, hold on, they're getting too much praise? You should be the one honoring the person as well for their achievements. You should be the one shouting that person out for your achievements. Oh, I get it. We still underneath that crab in a barrel mentality where we don't even like to see each other progress in this world. Do you know how sickening it is that we can't even get together to even build one house? One house out of this whole land of America. There has what building do you know that people of our color can go and congregate in and say that we built it and not give title to one person and not to give all the honor and glory, but this is our place. I hate driving around this country and in these cities and seeing all these buildings with all these different names on it, and then it's like, dang, what do people that look like me have to show for our achievements? Man, we couldn't even build nothing because people just don't know how to cooperate together. Everybody just wants to say they did it all by themselves. Oh, I get it. We've been hurt by each other so many times that we don't even know how to even communicate with one another effectively. We don't even know how to tell each other what our goals and agendas are because we're scared that someone's going to take them. Everybody wants glory. But then if you want glory, but then you lack the spirit to be able to cooperate and build, what are you going to get? How do you achieve something great when you don't even have the spirit to even cooperate with the people around you to build something great? Everybody talk about all that. Oh, we're just one piece, one member of the whole body of Christ. But then what are we truly out here building together? Man, Shalom family. 88 Soul Ox said, you know what's annoying? People who crave attention but act like they don't and deny it. Big facts. 100. Everybody can eat. And so this is just me getting on YouTube streams, man. I felt moved in the spirit because I've been dealing with some just I don't even know what to call it, man. When you try to progress in this life as far as even in the scenes of business, right? You encounter a certain entity out here which they call the corporation mindset or competitive business entity. And let's really think about it. What is a business in its root? It's a person operating. It's one person who had an idea. Any person who has an idea, they want to be known for that idea, correct? Why else would they be like, hey, this is my idea? They want glory for having that idea so that they can reap the benefits of that so-called achievement of coming up with whatever they did. This is what strikes me though. As far as people that call themselves being members of a fellowship or uh, children of the creator. When do people who identify as such come together and actually want to build with one another and cooperate? Why do you have so many churches, but then there are no sustainability factors outside of the church? Why do you have so many people who talk about the word, but not many people who actually put in the work of what it means to build a society? And I'm talking about on all levels here. When you can go out and actually see someone that looks like you, someone that is like-minded, and not think about business, but think about, hey, that's my brother. I want them to, whatever they achieve in is also my achievement. You get me? You get where I'm coming from, family? If you're achieving at something, then I am achieving at something. Because now we have that connection where we can say, hey, I know a brother, I know a sister. Hey, we have a building. Hey, we have a place where we can put things at so that we can start moving on and moving forward to achieve certain greater things outside in this world. I'm gonna be real, family. I didn't know what glory was. I didn't care about anybody clapping their hands for me. All I cared about was my agenda that I had at hand. Every day I woke up, I'm wondering, how can I achieve something that is great? You know, what I've always seen, when people come together and they strive and they cooperate and they build, that is the only way greatness can come about. So how can one person say that they want to attain all the honor and the praise and the glory for something that needs to be achieved by a whole? And then you got people out here really walking not even in a fraction of who they are, but still trying to receive this glory. And then you got people operating in a sense of trying to destroy others in order to feel as though they're raising up their aptitude of what it means to be a high and holy person. At the end of the day, if you have to destroy somebody for people to praise you, how honorable are you? And let's propose another question. What if you didn't destroy that person? What if you saved them? Which one is more honorable? But I just wanted to vibe with y'all, family. I just wanted to have this conversation because I just, it's just something. Really be aware of what's around you, especially if you out here achieving goals, right? Know what these achievements come with. Not everybody wants to see you achieving goals. Not everybody wants to see you actually receiving honor. No one wants to give you kudos for doing something that they wish that they can do. Know what spirits are around you, family. And this is in your personal life, dealing with business, dealing with your talents, your side endeavors. I'm standing firm on this statement. Everybody wants glory, but the way people go out and try to receive this honor and praise, man, it seems like a lack of spirit of wanting to build and cooperate with the next person to help them actually progress and to say, I'm thankful for the people that I've been building with, that I've been cooperating with, because I would have never reached the level of knowledge and also just personal growth that I have. So when it all comes down to it, when I do receive these kudos, I can't even say that it's all me. And as y'all was vibing with me on the first track, hey, I send forth my praises continually. I'm thanking the Most High for creating. Because at the end of the day, who are we giving the glory to? Who are we giving the praises to? Are they all just coming to us? And then what does that really do for us in our minds of wanting to work with the next person? And say that you do have a business out here and all you want is glory, all you want is achievements. Anything that you do, you just want all the credit for. Do you know how that ultimately destroys the relationship of people wanting to work with you? Do you know how that ultimately dissipates the spirit actually moving inside you to actually connect with your brothers and sisters that are truly moving out here in faith? But I guess I'm starting to see it more and more, man. This society, this world that we're living in right now, it was never built on us to come together and cooperate. It was actually built for us to be separated. It was built for us to, hey, try to destroy each other, to try to be the only one at the top, the only one out here saying, hey, give praises to me and honor me only. I've never seen a society work like that. But family, if anybody has anything to say, I'm gonna open up the panel. I want to be able to hear my brothers or my sisters' comments on this topic. I go to link to the stream in the chat. If anybody wants to hop on, you know, build with a brother. I'm standing firm on my statement. Everybody wants glory. Tell me otherwise. Give me your experience. What do you want? And if we're not here to build and cooperate, then what are we here for? And once we build and cooperate and we achieve things, who does the glory go to? Hmm. Steve Bless, I see you in the building. Peace and blessings to everyone. I see you. I see you. Leon, a servant in the building. What it do? What it do, family? I see you, fam. But here go the link to the StreamYard in the building. Anybody wants to hop on, once again, this is an open panel. I'm just sharing y'all a few little thoughts that I had on my mind. So I really ain't got no time limit on it, but I just wanted to communicate with some brothers or some sisters out here who just wanted to get some insight or some experience in this topic at hand. You know, I'm standing firm once again on my statement. Everybody wants glory. If you're a person that doesn't want glory, hey, hop on the panel. If you can agree to this message, hop on the panel. Let's have this conversation. Let's build. I want to know pretty much what it means to operate out here and have a spirit of, yeah, you want to have some type of honor for what you do. You should have some type of splendor, some majesty in whatever you do. You should take great pride in everything that you do. So yeah, when we talk about everybody wants glory, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to take pride in what they do? But then when that pride starts to get too much and you see that people, they really don't know how to even talk to one another because it's like, hold on, I have the highest talking point. Nope, whatever you're saying is wrong. Nope, I just can't build with you. Nope, I can't cooperate with you. And then we look out in society and then we don't see nobody that look like us, of like-minded people building anything. How is that constructive? How does that help? But like I said, y'all, this is for us to come together, for us to actually have this conversation at hand. And is glory always a bad thing? For people wanting to be recognized for what they do, is it a bad thing? I mean, we recognize people for doing wicked stuff. Who wouldn't want somebody clapping right behind them as they're doing something that seems impossible? And as you're clapping, encouraging them and motivating them, they are able to overcome that feat. Who wouldn't want that type of high reverence? I mean, we got too many people operating on the other end nowadays, especially out here in these YouTube streams where it's not a lot of clapping going along. It's a lot of booing. There's a lot of people out here secretly on these platforms and in these comments saying boo. So how am I supposed to look at my brothers and sisters and be like, dang, y'all here for me, but then it's a lot more people booing for me than it is a lot more people cheering for me. Hey. To say that that's probably been one of the most experienced aspects of my life, especially being an athlete, man, especially walking in the buildings where it might not be the most liked because I go in there and I'm very confident in what I do. You know, when you put in the work, when you put in the time, when you put in all the necessary P's and Q's to want to sharpen up your game, people gonna look at you. And either they're gonna give you honor and respect, or they're gonna try to tear you down. How many of us will actually be in this field of reverence to want to actually build with one another? Yes, sir. The better we become, the more meek we should be. Amen. And I see we got somebody, my brother who hopped on the panel today. We're gonna bring Akim, man. We're gonna bring him in. Let's go ahead, everybody give a round of applause for Brother Jamonte. Peace and poetry himself. What it do, Ak?
Shalom, how you doing?
Man, all is well, Ak.
Right on, right on. You know I had to come on here and support you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, Ak?
Man, I think it's a timely message and everything. Like, as you know, I kind of been like taking several steps back and just kind of really looking at what I'm doing, what I'm actually investing my time in, so on and so forth.
Yes,
and you know, I've been spending a lot more time on campus and everything, so it's like doing that. I have a new job now, and you know, recently I kind of been thinking and everything about similar topic to what you're talking about, supporting one another and so on and so forth. And you know, I had this interaction with someone. I met another business-minded individual, but this person is, you know, this is not someone I guess I can't say explicitly whether or not they're in the truth, but I'm pretty sure they're not. But interacting with this person or whatever, and just other people that I do have to interact with on the daily basis, you know, I was really taken aback at how I was talking to this person about particular business concepts and so on and so forth that I've had. And just to see the enthusiasm and willingness to cooperate that I got from this person just kind of, it just blew my mind, man. And I was like, you know, this is crazy that, like, you know, worldly people who aren't in the truth, people who aren't even of the same demographic that I am, are willing to go out of their way, put in all this effort, go and, you know, show initiative. And, you know, I was just really taken back, and you know, and it kind of like hurt my feelings and everything. It's kind of like, dude, why can't I get this? It's like I've been trying to get this type of, you know, a response from people of our own community, and I can't get it. And I don't want to have to work with, you know, worldly people. That kind of defeats the purpose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But who actually wants to, as you said, who actually wants to do that hard work in the beginning, you know, and to look past the whole, oh, it's my idea and I want to get all the credit for it. You know, it's, you know, just the elementary stuff. And so I'm telling you, Ak, it was just that was one of those eye-opening experiences for me. I guess it just kind of brought me, I guess I've had unrealistic expectations. And so it was a wake-up call for me. But
Hey, you and me both had those unrealistic expectations. But I'm standing firm, man. Anything is possible, man.
right, right, exactly. And so, because at the end of the day, the right people will come along, and it's just like that. That little story we had to read like in elementary school about the chicken making the bread. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hey,
so
that's a
it's like
throwback right there.
I mean, that's pretty much how it is, though. It's like everybody wants to, everybody sees you doing your thing and everything like that, but nobody wants to go spend the time to ground the corn to make the flour, or nobody wants to go gather the sticks so you can like heat up the oven. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
everybody's kind of just like, oh, I'm just gonna sit back here and watch you. But good luck. Do your thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's like
When that bread done, so we could eat other body.
exactly. Let me know when it's finished. Hit me up for the barbecue. I'll come by and swing by and get a plate. But I'm not gonna help you do anything. And then it's just like, dang, what the heck? And as you said, it's like this. It's just crazy because it's like this mindset that we have, and the other people see it. It's not like we're the only ones, you and me, or other people working in the community who have the same issue. It's not like we're the only ones recognizing this issue. I mean, the other nations look at us and they see that we the only ones. We're literally the only ones who can't work together. The men can't work together with the other men. We're the only ones where our men and our women fight against each other.
Oh my goodness! Don't talk about relationship goals, man. Because
I
I see. Hey, everybody wants glory, man, and
yeah,
I'm standing firm on that statement. And it's not a bad thing that we should want to have some type of honor in what we do. But what are we doing that is getting this esteemed honorship? What are we doing that we should be reverencing? That's what I'm pretty much questioning right now. Where you already know, man, we've been putting in the work in the back scenes where you done said some powerful words to me where it was backed up by actions like, hey, this isn't just mine, it's ours. For us to have that mentality, like when I see you getting praised for what you do, I want to join in on giving you honor as well, because it's like it's not even about you, it's about us. And then it's not even about me, it's about us. When I succeed, you succeed. So we need to all just get out of this mindset of how I can be in the forefront, and with everything that you do, you're not seen. So it's like the more and more that you do put in work, it's like people don't really realize, hey, you're actually one of the people that can be at the top of the table, but not even getting any credit for that. And so how many people will actually join in on the conversation to say, what can we do to help you? Because at the end of the day, with us helping you, it helps us. Having these conversations shows that we can come together and build as brothers. And let me just go ahead and add the other brother in the building, man. I see him in the back scenes. Brother Leon is serving in the house. What it do?
Shalom, Ox. Shalom.
shalom.
Interesting topic you got at hand, Ox. Very interesting. Core a little bit on the later half of things, but just from hearing what Jamonte is talking about, hearing what you're saying, Lee, it's like everyone, like Jamonte is saying, everyone likes to stay in the back, see that you did all this work, and they're like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool for you, but not cool for me, right? But they say, now it's your obligation to share this with us. It's one of those things like, I've been talking about a very controversial topic on my channel, and I'm not going to bring that over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save y'all from that. Right?
Say that bread over there. We gonna have to go to Leon table to eat, gang. Give him his honor, man.
No, all praises to the Most High.
Amen.
But, it be the ones that have a problem when you say all praises to the Most High exclusively, right? When that person who is not willing to take all the glory, right? Typically people have the most problems with them because they'd be like, oh, what are you, self-righteous? Oh, why can't you take any of this, right? And then on the other side, if it's not that problem, then it's like, well, I did do this and do this. I want you to do this. It's like, why is it always about what you did? It's like, it's either there's no winning with these people, right? But a lot of times we like to say they're overly religious or they're stuck in their own ways. But it's like Jamonte said, it'd be some of the people that aren't in the truth. It'd be people that you barely know. They're the first ones to help you. They're the first ones to bless you. Right? Isn't it like what the Most High said to Abraham and his seed? Like, those who bless you, I will bless them. And those who curse you, I will curse them. So it's like we're cursing ourselves even perpetually because we keep cursing each other. Right? And it's paradoxical because you would think that people who are in this quote unquote truth will be the first ones. You think they will be the first ones to cough up a lung for you. At least that's what they say. Right? But then you just ask for a little bit of support. You ask for a like. You ask for, to go support this merchandise. You ask to repost. And these are things that, you're not asking for monetary value in a lot of these times. And they don't want the help. But check this out, family. You go to one of these channels that berate the comments, like berate the people who are in there and say, oh, that was only $5. You got to do more than this, right? Or you got to get these likes up. Like, the people who demand this, right? There is always people who's willing just to fall in line. Why does it seem like everyone only wants to fall in line and no one wants to help create the line?
Hey, that's a hard question you propose out
right
here. And so if y'all viewed the thumbnail, I just pretty much had some words up saying have an agenda, have the drive to reach goals. Let's be honest, man. Not many people have an agenda. Not many people have goals. And I'm pretty sure, after speaking to you brothers, I already know we over here moving goal oriented. We over here, we have an agenda for what we do. Many people may look at that, and 9 times out of 10, especially with people that look like us, that's why I'm amazed that I was able to connect with brothers like you and sisters that we already are in connection with, because not many people clap.
True.
More than anything, people, they be booing. They be over here shunning brothers like us with goals and agendas and standing firm in our path and want to actually build something up, then tear other people down. So
very true. They hit us with you have an agenda. That's evil.
You trying to start a cult, like,
right? Wait, so you're so argumentative. I'm like, well, hold up. When did me being knowledgeable about what I believe and understanding how to, articulate what I believe become argumentative? Right? When did me having a purpose and being very stern on my purpose makes me a totalitarian or something of those lines, right? A dictator. Like, it's very interesting that when it comes to reflecting of people like us, they always want to blow the negative side of the dichotomy onto us. Like, there's never the benefit of the doubt, even though we give the benefit of the doubt, but there's no benefiting in doubting. Right? They always want to give the benefit of the doubt to someone else, never to one of us, even though there's never a benefit of the doubt, because 9 times out of 10, when you put that trust into others, right, and you don't try to go to your friends first or your brotherhood first, then it's like, well, you kind of shortchanged your brotherhood. But if you went to your brotherhood, you went to your brethren, no one came, and then everybody else came that was not of your brotherhood, guess what? Guess who's your new brothers? Yeah, guess who's helping you do the work? Right? It's one of those things like this. Everybody say they want to help, right? That's the glory. That's them getting the glory. They say, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll help you."
I helped him out when he was smaller. Like,
Yeah, but then no one wants to go in the back, mouth shut, and clean the dishes. Right? Everyone wants the plate. Everyone wants to eat. No one wants to season the chicken. No one wants to go hunt and get the chicken. No one wants to learn how to kill the chicken, to skin the chicken, and do these things. Right? And then no one at the end want to help you put up the plates. It's like they only want to be there at the feast. And it's just like, well, they say, how dare you not like us to be at the feast and nowhere else? They ask, how dare you? Even though you're the one with the plan, because you had to get it by yourself. You're the one who had to find out where to get it at, and then you had to bring it back. And then you ask these people to help you along the way, even though they wasn't helping then. And you'd be like, all right, if I know I got this right here, just help me put these things up, please. And I could teach you everything. Why be the ones like my channel, your channel, Jamonte even, we try to teach or show people things that we have learned so they don't have to depend upon us, right? But those people only come back to us. Why is that? Why do they not take what they have learned and now start showing others? Why do they stay stagnant, right? Why is that? But they want to say, hey, point to Leon, point to Divine Lee, point to Jamonte, point to New Breed, point to X, Y, and Z, right? Give them all the honor, glory, respect, because I want no parts in this. You know, I could point you to one of their videos and one of their teachings, but I can't show you myself, even though I'm subscribed to the same thoughts. See, they want to be called a part of it, right? They're a part of the clique, but they not clicking. Nothing is setting in place.
Sheesh.
His was been hitting me with this right behind the scenes. It's like they can't hear for hearing, they can't see for looking. And it's one of those things. It's like, you know, you could say all these nice, kind words. You could say all the motivational words to say, I got this. You could try to do as much to build trust, but trust is a risky proposition. It always has been, it always will be. You have to be willing to give up vulnerability to trust somebody. But they use the aspect of, oh, we're under curses. They use the aspect, oh, I've been hurt by this trauma, that trauma. And this is something I've been saying to my wife lately. I say, okay, I can't hold everybody accountable for every trauma they got. But what I can hold people accountable for is what and how they're reacting to that trauma. Right? You know, because some things is just bad situations. I get you. But after you're in the place that you can now grow, I hold you accountable to growing. No one wants to grow. Everyone wants to stay a mustard seed, even though we're supposed to be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Point it out.
And it bothers me. It bothers us because how are we supposed to grow? A seed cannot survive a drought. A seed cannot survive a flood. Only a tree can. It's like, man, they give us the sower's parable, but then no one wants to be the ground. No one wants to be the good ground, right? Because I thought everything was with the Most High willingness and obedience. It wasn't based upon sacrifice. But then, hey, everyone doesn't realize it's a sacrifice either way. Stay where you are right now. You sacrifice your joy, your pleasure, right? And you have to keep living the same mundane life. Sacrifice some of your pleasures currently, and you can store up a better life. It's a sacrifice either way, because the first one that you're in, you're going to reap regret. The second one that you're doing, you're going to reap fatigue.
Thanks.
But which one are you willing to supplicate or endure to get the results? Are you going to keep enduring regret and staying in regret, staying in this pit? or are you going to grow? A lot of people say they want to grow, but shows no actions with it. But then, they know, everyone knows that faith without works is dead. But then, it's crazy because the faith is only supposed to be justified through the law or through the actions, right? So then bump faith, it's really the obedience in the law. It's the obedience in the actions. And that in the actions, you're going to be justified. That's what it really comes down to.
I think a lot of it, honestly, is like people, there's a fear, and it's a fear that we even encounter. Like if you just think about the first time you ever put out a YouTube video, or the first time you ever posted a poem online, whatever it is, even if we're making just like a social media post on like Instagram or something like that, there's always this fear of rejection of some sort, whether it be that we're comparing how many likes or whatever we're going to get to other people we know, or if we're thinking to ourselves, okay, if I post this, some individual here is going to think this about me, whatever that reason may be. I don't know. But, I know for me, with the poetry and everything, right, it's one of those things, especially when I first started, there's like this fear. Every single time you make a post, it's kind of like, it's a vulnerability. Just like for you guys, every time you go live on YouTube, every time you post something on YouTube, there's a vulnerability. Now, of course, over time, as we do it and everything, we get used to it, and we know how to deal with it and everything like that, whatever we do, what we need to do. But, starting out at the beginning, it's very, that vulnerability that's there, especially knowing that we've all had experiences in our lives where, people have ridiculed us for something or betrayed us, whatever. So a lot of people have issues getting past that, or they might think that that no one else experiences those types of vulnerabilities. They may think that it's unique just to them, and so they're like, oh, well, because I feel this way, I can't do this. And it goes also to like, when you look at, for instance, look at the political climate. This isn't about that, but just look at things that are going on in the world, and it's like you'd wonder, okay, so how do people let this happen? How would people, let the laws get passed, so on and so forth? But it's like everybody has this mindset that I don't have to do anything because this person, somewhere is going to come and do something, and and then we're all going to benefit from it. And I had that exact experience with someone concerning, like the Second Amendment, and back when I was up in Washington State, and I was talking to someone, I was like, okay, so what's going to happen if, hypothetically speaking, the government does come and take people's weapons? Oh, that's never going to happen. Well, how do you know that's going to happen? How do you know that's never going to happen? Oh, well, all the people in the South who love their guns and stuff, they'll never let that happen, so I don't have to worry about it. And it's like, okay, so you think somebody else is going to come and do something about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But then you're like, it's never the thought process like, well, hold up. Well, how do I fortify myself against a domestic or terroristic threat?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the government will be in that aspect, right? They will be a threat to your own safety. And, people never want to consider, just like, hey, family, we all know shortages is happening right now, more in depth than they have happened beforehand. Because throughout this whole entire year, what has Leon been saying? Hey, the crops has been real bad. The crops has been real bad. They've been shipping less and less and less. Guess what everyone is saying? Well, stores are shorter and shorter, right? Across the globe, right? In Europe, they don't have power, right? They're having power outages. They're having riots. In India, there's food shortages. Like, all these things are happening, but then because people want to live in their own bubble of infantile naivety, they don't want to acknowledge these things, because if they acknowledge them, then they have to fight cognitive dissonance. You know, I did a whole video talking about cognitive dissonance, and practically when cognitive dissonance come in, right, which is when you believe one thing but your actions are the opposite, they're contradictory, right? It actually causes stress, right? And when this stress takes place, well, there's only one or two things to do. It's either to believe harder in what you believe in and pretend like your actions don't align, or right, so they'll line up with your belief, right? This is one of those quote unquote strongholds that, you know, believing a lie creates, right? And it goes really deep, because cognitive dissonance comes from the ability to change your perspective. That's the only reason why it's there, right? And it goes right in line with like, for instance, Jermonte, when you went to the military and boot camp sucked, right? But you signed up for 4 years or 2 years or however long it was, right? So you had to be like, well, at the time period, you had to convince yourself that, hey, I am getting more physically fit. I'm learning some things that could be helpful at the time being, so that your belief of this sucking did not reflect upon your actions of you doing good performance work, because there was no way out at that time.
And that's really what it is. You know, you're not getting out.
Exactly.
That's more so what it is.
So that's all dealing with cognitive dissonance. That all deals with your perspective not lining up with your actions. And a lot of people get stuck in this rut of cognitive dissonance. That's the clinical term for it, right? Which is believing a fallacy, believing a lie, right? Being a hypocrite is what the scriptures will call it, right? And when these things set in, well, then you start lying more to yourself to make this work. So you start giving yourself false accolades. This is when everyone wants that glory again, right? Because you gave yourself false accolades to lie to yourself that, hey, because I left my room a mess, because I didn't eat good food, and because I did X, Y, and Z, I didn't do all these things, but hey, I went to work on time. And you take that as your one victory to shadow everything that you've been doing wrong. Instead of say, okay, I want to work on time. Let's see what else I can do to live a better life, right? You know, instead of taking the proactive, you do a more recessive and passive way of living to keep giving these little false accolades. It's just like the trophies, right? You remember when they only used to give trophies for first, second, and third place, but now they give a participation trophy, right? Which actually completely hijacks the whole a dopamine reward system. But that's a whole nother conversation within itself. But really talking about, well, now you're giving yourself a trophy for participating, and not a trophy for doing well.
Glorifying yourself in incompetence. And when have we ever been rewarded for not being great as far as people? And so just y'all brothers, man, y'all been adding on to the stream, and it has been powerful thus far. And just to be able to reiterate out there to the family, and the talking point at hand is everybody wants glory, and glory isn't always a bad thing, especially if you live up to that glory, which is, hey, giving some type of praise or honor or respect to what you do is something that we need to start taking pride into. Because now I look out here on the carnal side, businesses, what do we have that we can really say that's ours? That we can really say, hey, we have a great feeling about what's happening here around in our society. Because many times we look at all these businesses, they're able to, quote unquote, give us jobs. But are those really sustaining our lives? Is that something that we're purposed to be doing out here when we just have jobs, and we can be, you know, cut off from those jobs by a snap of a finger? Why is this something that why is this something that we feel like we need to go out and say, hey, look, mom, hey, look, dad, I got a job? Like, we glory in working for somebody else, then wanting to clap for our brothers and our sisters to make an establishment, to say, hey, we have something that we built here. We can truly give the praise and honor to our creator for giving us this establishment that really shows us achieving out here, and not that false sense of cognitive dissonance that Brother Leon was speaking about. So it's just Brother, his will is real. Already with it. People can't hear for listening, can't see for looking.
That's the one he be hitting me with, man.
For real.
Yeah, I was trying to quote it,
And
but
it's like with the glory and everything, it's like, there's the individual glory, and then there's the glory that comes from our community as a whole. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it feels good to get praise and everything like that. I mean, let's be honest. But, at the end of the day, it's like, first and foremost, as a whole collection, as a community, as Hebrews, African Americans, whatever you want to call it, here in this country, it's almost like a shame in a sense to, be in our demographic. People look at us and they shake their head and everything. And, I had someone literally, this happened to me in 2020 when I went and I was hanging out with some, some Christian folks. But one of the things that someone said to me, after the Bible study and all that stuff was, he's like, he was complimenting me, I guess.
oh no,
But he was like, I'm really surprised at how knowledgeable you are and how articulate you are. It really caught me off guard. I just really wasn't expecting it. I'm sitting there like, and this dude was like, he was giving me kudos, and I was like, this dude has no idea how he sounds right now.
absolutely none.
And it just goes to show, it's like, wow, this is how they look at us.
So
and it's like, I have a little nephew, and it's like, I don't have any kids or anything. Lee, you got kids, you know how it is, but it's like, my little nephew, super intelligent, right? Super smart. And it just bugs me so much that people will look at him and be like, oh, he's dumb, and he won't be able to do anything, and it's just like, that's my issue. That's what motivates me in a sense. It's like, I want us to be able to prove them wrong, in a sense, to show them like, nah, you guys got it all backwards.
You know what, Jamonte?
What's up?
In order to prove them wrong, we gotta believe in and act it ourselves.
We got to.
And
Right?
this
We
is
gotta
why
start somewhere.
I mean, this is why I shout out Devon Lee, man, because he's really talking about inspiring the youth, right? Talking about changing his mind, inspiration, motivation, becoming greatness, and then knowing that you have the greatness inside of you. Because guess what? You know what's crazy? Is that all these other nations, they have commercials, cartoons, and other people reaffirming their greatness. But what do we have reaffirming our greatness?
World Star.
Rap songs.
and that's one of the biggest issues. Shout out to Ak New Breed, right? And he said, we need to start. I'm gonna be roughly paraphrasing, but he said we need to start producing our own elite children, right? Showing them how to be elitely righteous, right? Garnishing them with good affirmations, showing them how strong and their integrity really makes differences in this world, right? What happened to faith in the Most High? What happened to that He will make a way? What happened to, that we are a lineage of greatness, and all we got to do is put our mind to it, right? What happened to where there's a will, there's a way? It's like we forget these things as we let society beat us down, right? Because we always define what our success is through society, but society has never allowed for us to even be a part of that definition. So this is why it's very important that, like, Devon Lee, yourself, and myself are working behind the scenes to start programs, to start things that can inspire, comic books and other things to keep the spark alive that we are greatness, keep the spark alive that, we are intelligent. Jamonte, I have a 10-year-old sister. Well, she's becoming 10, right? Very intelligent, but doubts herself. Lots of anxiety. It happens from the community around. It's not from herself, because when she's by herself, greatness all the time. But when you have other people pseudo imposing their beliefs on top of you, right, beating it into you, right, then there's issues,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sometimes mental bondage is some of the worst bondage because you can't see the change that's shackling you until you break it, and then you realize, wow, I'm excelling. Like it's like I feel weightless. I wake up and I just feel gratitude, and I could feel like I'm $1,000,000. No, maybe $1 trillion. Well, maybe a quadrillion. I can't even number it, man. I just feel blessed all around. There's no way to really describe that, right? But when you limit yourself to being nothing but a slave, because that's how they teach you in history.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a shame because our people don't know much more than that, right? So we're not helping ourselves because guess what? They'll rather have one brother do all the work by himself or one sister do all the work by herself, and then tag on later and say, "Oh yeah, that's all us." But it's just like, man, I would have really appreciated your help, your support, this motivation when I was going through it, because that's when I needed the most. Doing lots of research, even for my channel, man, it will be very helpful for the motivation and support. And thank you for my family. Thank you for the ox that I have close, right? Because you guys are always pouring into me, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. But it's like, doing 8 hours of research for a video, and then that video can't even stay on this platform, right? Because it's too controversial in nature, even though I'm just talking about different goddesses and things of that sort that our people have went astray following, because they have an agenda, so I can't push the knowledge because it interferes with their agenda. Support is necessary.
The agenda of keeping us in that spirit of shame, man. And so just to be able to see us up on this panel speaking the way that we do is bringing a light back to the people who, this video does reach to. Hold on, brothers can actually get together and communicate on topics like this instead of anything that's entertaining and degrading towards one another. So it's like, really, people only see us, and it's sad to say, like Brother Jamonte had that experience where the brother was like, yeah, he was giving him kudos, but at the same time, it was like he he was like slapping you in the face at the same time, like, oh, you're super smart. I didn't know. Like, sheesh, okay, well, I look stupid, or that was your conception of me. Obviously, we have to change that, where it's like when I say everybody wants glory, everybody wants to be recognized for something. And why is our people only recognized for being ignorant and literally being slaves? That's not the sense of something that we need to be glorifying in. And hold on, Shaya, I think she put the comment in the chat, affirming wickedness. That's pretty much what it is. When you promote this lifestyle of us being in a shameful act, you pretty much saying, oh, this is okay. Oh, this is the idea that we promote. Like, this is how our people should be. Even with our brothers, it's like, how many of us truly, when we get on YouTube, see us communicating like this, or see us even trying to bring out solutions on how we can have ourselves in a better light? Like Leon's over here talking about the content and commercials and having actually stories that correlate with seeing us back in some sense of glory or honor of being in greatness within ourselves. Because if we do identify with being children of the Most High, then we have to know that, hey, we're great. We can't be out here backsliding or doing anything that makes us seem less of value. So we really have to get back to having these platform conversations. And I'm glad that the spirit moved me to even start this one. I wasn't even about to do it, brothers, but I was just like, man, I want to get the conversation out there, because it's getting to the point where I personally experienced something within business where it's like, man, everybody just want honor and praise for themselves, but don't even know how to build and connect. And like, if I'm doing something on my end, brothers, and we're together, it doesn't matter if my name is on it. I don't even care that my name is on it, because whatever I do is for us. The relationship or the resources that I do gain is gonna be for us, like as a whole. So just to be in that mindset, operating when we are building our own separate platforms, I'm thankful that I can have brothers who are in the back scenes building with me that I can say, hey, use my platform for whatever, or can I promote what you got going on? I don't I'm using my platform to give you honor and give you respect for what you do. There's not too many of us like that, to be real.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true, man. And it's like they think that the name attached to it is going to start them a legacy, bro. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. What I do know is this, right? Is that I know that I'm able to now start to pivot behind the scenes and start to make things happen. But that means on YouTube, I ain't going to be here as often, right? But to build these foundations and to do everything that's necessary, well, family, I implore, I tell everybody to study to show yourself approved, to learn, to share what you learn. Let your light shine so that others can shine their light, right? And know that it is possible, it is true that when brothers like Divine Lee, Jamonte, myself, we come up here, it's because, oh, you know what? We're taking a break from working behind the scenes and coming up here now to say, hey, family, we could use some help. We can use some assistance. We can use some support. We're not seeing people trying to connect and build these bridges, not doing the networking that's necessary for our nation to rise, right? And then, you know, we hear accolades in the chat, right? We might say some talent, some skills that could be useful. You know, inbox still dry. Then we go back to pouring into this program by ourselves again. But it's supposed to be lifting up the nation. Family, we really need to, if it's Kwame Yasserala, that's more than just me. That's more than just Will. That's more than just Jamonte. That's just more than the people you see on YouTube. That's everybody you see that says Yasserel. That's everybody. And for us to have that everybody mentality, that means that we have to want to fellowship and work together and fellowship outside of just what you believe, because that's cool. But now it's time to, with those beliefs, show and that you can shape and shift the world around you. Right?
Okay.
What does what you believe help? It's time to make moves. It's time to make shifts. And we see that the world is falling apart. Well, that's Esau's kingdom. So let's start building up Jacob's kingdom.
Exactly. And it's like when Jacob came out of the womb, he was holding Esau's foot. There wasn't like a gap. And then it's like he was holding on to him. And so it's like, hey, it's like a transition, we're transitioning. Of course, certain things have to happen that, the Most High is going to have happen. And it's not really up for us to, because I think another part of it is people they'll see things going on in the world and be like, oh, okay, there's food shortages and everything. Let me completely stop everything else I'm doing and just go hide out in a bunker somewhere. And so just being, using that balance, like we still have work to do. We still have laboring and building to do. And so doing that while at the same time making sure we are also watching the things that are going on in the world and setting up the necessary precautions, protocols, whatever you want to call it, to be able to address situations that may arise further on down the line. Because at the end of the day, we're still accountable for the work. When we have to answer for our talents and all that stuff, you won't be able to be like, oh, I thought that yada 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 was the mark of the beast and so was the Antichrist, and so I stopped, working on my talents and everything because, you know what I mean? Like, am I making sense right now? And it's like just understanding that there's so many different elements to this walk. And first and foremost, we have to seek first the kingdom, period. That's first and foremost. And so if we're not doing that, there's going to be there'll be implications that come up and challenges that could be otherwise avoided if we, just sought first. And so But ultimately, I know that everything that you guys are doing, and even people like other people in the comments, things that people who've never even made a YouTube video that I'm not even conscious of. There's so many people out there in the work, and so I'm just thankful to the Most High that we have people doing these things, and that at the end of the day, He is going to orchestrate. He's the conductor of this orchestra, if you will. And so he's going to make sure all the parts, he's going to make sure the flutes come in when they need to. He's going to make sure that the percussion, they do they keep that tempo and everything like that. Like he's going to make sure all this stuff happens. And so I know that me looking at my French horn part, this is what I need to be doing. And so, I mean, it is what it is. And it's like, we just have to acknowledge that, like don't think that, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, don't think that your work is not needed or not important. I mean, don't think that. And so, but we're all going to continue to grind. And it's when you look at businesses and stuff like that, we have companies like Coca-Cola. Everybody knows about Coca-Cola. But it's like when you have a Coca-Cola bottle or soda, whatever, you have the soda, but you also have the bottle that it comes in. You have the labels that printed it. You have the people who made the stuff, the people who delivered it. You have the uniforms that those people were wearing in the warehouse. And so it's like there's all this stuff that goes along with making sure that you have that Coca-Cola drink. And so we just have to acknowledge that.
Shalom, Will.
Brother, his
Peace.
will is real.
Hey, shalom,
peace.
shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, family. Shalom. How y'all been?
Pretty good.
Surviving in controversy.
That's good.
Progressing, man.
So
you gotta talk about surviving. Over there.
I couldn't help myself.
I just wanted to ask a question to people. Imagine somebody that knows you very well knows that the only way to keep you from prospering, keep your family from prospering, I should say, is by playing upon your desires. And then noticing that the only way that they can keep you from your desire is giving you a false desire. How do you conquer that tactic?
It's a pretty good question. Y'all want to go first before I say my thoughts?
I'm finna go straight back to how I started the video with the thumbnail, man. Have an agenda, had that drive to reach the goals first and foremost as a man, especially one who knows what he wants out of this world. You got to be in tune with yourself. You can't let nobody dictate what it is that's best for you. At the end of the day, you got to know what your purpose here to do. And along down the road, I can obviously see in our community, we have lost that insight of what is best for us to do. We have lost that insight on what the agenda is. So anybody can come in and manipulate and tell us, hey, this is what we need to be glorifying nowadays. And you'll see us start to correspond in that way. You'll see pretty much communities that we can't even walk into these stores because we're not following specific mandates of men. So now it's like, yeah, what I just said, you have people replacing your agenda, your desire, your goal in life with theirs. And obviously you don't even know what you even want anymore because you were never in tune spiritually or never even had an insight of what your purpose was. That's my 2 cents, man.
Con. So I'm gonna say this before it looked like Brother Jamonte trying to jump in. I'm gonna say this. If you listen deep, you will see what's in this passage. Now here go the passage. Everybody, it seems, majority of Israel wants to depend on man to take them out of what man has, kind of schemed upon to keep us from our true desire. That's it.
I see Will coming us with impelling ideas tonight, and you're right, Will. That kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, bro. Everyone wants to fall in line. No one wants to create the line, right? Everybody wants to watch you do it and then say, okay, I'm gonna just follow, and maybe I might follow, because some people just watch. You got the people who just they some pedestrians, man. While you on the highway going phew phew phew, highways and byways, they over here just watching, and it's like man, what's that Daytona? When they go around in a circle. It's like, bro, we can't go outside of this circle until y'all open up the gates. Man, we can only go as fast as we are allowed, because guess what? It's only, let's say it's 4 people up here. It's only 4 people able to build. Right? So what, is it just going to keep cycling between the 4 of us? I mean, don't we want everybody to rise? So when are the people in the stadium going to come down and learn the art of building these cars and driving these cars so we can go as fast as we want to where we need to go? Right? But we're limited because we can only keep going left. We can only keep going in this circle until people want to start stirring the pot with us. Right? We can't start. I mean, I want to say like this: a movement ain't one person. Like, a movement ain't Malcolm X. A movement ain't Martin Luther King, Steve Garvey, or any of these people. Huey P. Newton. That's not them. It's not them. They shouldn't even be the figurehead. You want to know why? Because if everybody behind them didn't believe in the same agenda, the same idea, it wouldn't be anything. It would be one crazy person saying this stuff, because that's what everyone would do. They'll call this person crazy, right? But then on top of this, it can't just be this one person leading you either, because guess what? Every time the person who is the leader, the head, is either falls to corruption or it comes to persecution, right? There has to be others who understand the plan and the agenda to keep the idea moving forward. This is why they always fail, because there's only one person, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people who actually understand how to progress things forward, right? But last time I checked, when it comes to the law, statutes, commandments, everyone in Yasharal is supposed to know how to do it. There might be certain things that the Levites do. There might be certain things that Judah might do, certain things that Reuben and Benjamin might do. But everybody know what the plan is. Everybody can tap into the source of the Most High, right? So just because there's one person or one tribe that does one thing doesn't mean that everybody else is blindsided and just being tossed to and fro by strange doctrines, by strange gods, and so on and so forth. But then guess what? That means everybody's held accountable for them doing lackluster things.
No, hold up. Not everybody got to follow the commandments, because we depend on other people to have done it for us.
No, we're not bringing controversy in here, bro. I told him I wasn't gonna bring that in here, bro. Chill out.
Hey.
You better chill out. They talking about part 3 already. They talking about part 3 already.
Who you giving all the glory to, Ak?
Divine, you better start something.
Glory to Abba.
You better start something, man. You better have me. I don't know. You call it replay of earlier today, but I was real calm and cool until the later end, when questions started being asked. It didn't sound too logical, and then I had to bring precept upon precept, and it got a little sharp in there. I mean, I hope everyone gain knowledge and grow, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it tonight, please, man. We will be in here for another hour. We'll be in here for another hour.
All right, so So, but the impelling topic that I got scrolling across the screen, that no, like seriously, I think Israel need to realize, bro, that really screams numbers. Everybody wants glory, and we shouldn't. None of us should want it at all. If we have a meek and humble spirit, and we don't move in the spirit of the deceiver, the questioner, the one that goes against the Most High, then we wouldn't want none of it. We want all of it to go to the one that created, the one that actually would have, we would be not if it wasn't for him being so. And if I feel if we all as a unit, as a nation got to that level, then guess what? The other nations, just like Most High had told Moses, you'll be a God unto Pharaoh. Guess what? All the nations would give us glory, but we don't even desire it because it goes back to the producer of it.
Con. Hey, can I precept that with the scripture?
Bring it out.
Set it up.
Proverbs 25:7. For better it is that it is said unto thee, come up hither, than thou shouldest be lower in the presence of the prince of whom thy eyes have seen. You know, it is much better for someone over here saying, hey, you know, I want to shout out Divine Lee. I want to shout out Hizbul Israel. I want to shout out Jamonte, right? Because of all the work they've been putting in. It's much better for that to happen than for Lee, Will, Jamonte. They start saying, I've been doing this and doing that and doing this. And then someone around them be like, hey, you know, that was just kicking water. You wasn't even swimming. You was treading in place. You know what I'm saying? It's much better for the former than the latter. It's much better to be exalted than humbled, right? So if you're steady in a humble place, so like I said, you can't win with these people, man. Because if you say all glory, all praise to the Most High, they'd be like, well, what did I do? You know, you didn't see the Most High. I was here. I was the one who helped you. I was like, but you think that you was allowed to do those things if it wasn't the will of the Most High? So you think that you run everything in this world. That sounds like a narcissist to me, right? That's what that sounds like to me. That you think that you control everything and you cannot be put in certain situations that will allow you to do things. Because last time I checked, there's a lot of circumstance that could happen on a day-to-day basis that can always inhibit us from doing what we want to do. It's a possibility. Traffic can always make us late to work no matter how early we leave. Right? And that's the greatest example. You could leave 2 hours early. Imagine traffic. There's traffic delays that are 2 hours. There's times they shut down the highway, family. Can you stop that? Could you have planned for that? Oh, that means you got to leave 3 hours early? Well, let's say buses are down. So there's more. Like you can't stop all the circumstances that can stop you from being on time. But what you can do is you can prepare for the best and pray that the circumstance shine through that you can work. And you saying that, you know, there wasn't, you know, a lot of people like to connotate it as luck. But, you know, people who believe in the Most High, we count it as favor that allowed these things to happen.
Hey, you know what's funny? I try to stop. What's funny is we give the Most High everything that goes wrong, we give it to him. But then everything that goes right, we give it to ourselves or other men. And I'm not nitpicking, but it's true. Just like the parable where you just gave, where, you know, you leave 2 hours early for work and you still wind up late. The train didn't happen, accident didn't happen, everything. And then what we say, God dang it. We're literally like in the air putting that the Most High damn that when it was man. And then when we get a raise at work, we put it on ourselves and we praise or give some type of honor to the supervisor or the plant manager because he gave us the raise. When in reality, if you were going to work, 2 hours early or trying to get there earlier than you usually would, it was because of the goals that you set and maybe the position that you wanted to show that you was worthy of it, and it went wrong. And we don't say, Satan or adversary, I know that you're working, but it won't work because the Most High put it on me to go that early. And then with the raise, guess what? We don't give the Most High no credit at all. No, not even thinking that even in Egypt, the Most High had told Joseph what? I'll show you favor. You will be favored. And we don't do any of that. Or we'll put it on somebody else. We always put things, it's like a whole nother paradox going on, you know what I'm saying? And I think if our people just get to that point where I don't want the glory, I don't need no honor. All I need is the Most High, then he'll give us glory and honor amongst the nations. They won't have no choice but to say, hey, you know what? I don't know what it is. Even though your attendance was trash the last 2 months, I'm still willing to give you a chance.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's that biblical principle that, the love of money is the root of all evil. And I'd argue that second to that would be the love of fame is, I guess, the second root of all evil. But there's nothing inherently wrong with glory or anything like that. But just like if you make it your goal to seek glory, to seek praises for men, then you're going to get caught in a snare, period. You're going to get puffed up in pride. You're going to have to get brought down. And so we have to, part of examining ourselves is for us to be able to look and acknowledge, okay, am I being a little puffed up in whatever it is that I'm doing, and have the fortitude, the discernment, the strength, whatever, to tone it down a little bit. Because at the end of the day, we know that if we're truly children of the Most High, he will chastise us. And so it's like part of that is being, a business owner, being a man of the Most High, period, is doing our due diligence. And, as Brother Leon brought out, in a sense, not putting ourselves in those high places because we know what's going to happen. And we can't be surprised if we allow ourselves to get puffed up and then, we get brought down. It's guaranteed pretty much. And so definitely that self-examination is really important for us in our community, and being able to accept, if we as brothers see other brothers getting puffed up in the pride and everything, maybe not make a, YouTube video doing an open rebuke on somebody, but, just having the relationships with the people that we have relationships with, where we can edify one another and be able to somehow tactfully have those types of conversations with each other. I get it. Some people don't like to, be corrected. But as it says, correct not a fool, right? Because if you try to correct a fool, he's going to be angry with you. So, I mean, the people on this chat, none of us in this stream right now are fools. And so, it's just being able to have that humility and that love for one another to be able to have those tough conversations, because other people, like I said, the other nations, they will look at us, they will see us going right off a cliff, and they won't even say nothing. They'll just be like, oh,
Very true.
let's watch them. So let's not do that to each other. That's crazy.
Hey, I got another scripture for y'all if y'all want it.
Oh yeah.
Ecclesiastes 7 in the JPS version, right? Verse 14. And it says this: So in time of good fortune, enjoy the good fortune. And in time of misfortune, reflect. The one no less than the other was God's doing. Consequently, man may find no fault with him. And then to precept that with Job 1 and 21, which read, He said, Naked came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return to thee. Or there, the Most High has given, and the Most High has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Most High. You know, just like what Will was saying earlier, a lot of these things we say, oh, well, it's only the Most High's fault when things are taken away from us, but it's never the Most High's honor or glory when things are given. And then, hey, when you're puffed up in pride, is it good for you to have the things you have? You're going to actually do more damage if you're not taken out of that place, in that position. That is actually the favor of the Most High. Think about this. Think about this, family. Let's think. If you got prideful, let's say you're a manager, right? And because the way you talk to one of your employees, you got put off for work for 2 weeks, just reprimanded, right? You got paid leave, right? Not nothing too bad. But if you would have stayed there and you would have made employees quit and they would have sued the company, imagine how much damage that would do. Much more damage, right? So the fact that you actually got put down when you was prideful and not staying there, that's actually favor from the Most High. That's why you are there to reflect on bad times, to see, hey, is there something I need to be doing in myself? Because, yeah, we all know things happen in seasons, and sometimes the things are up and sometimes things are down. But we also know the Most High can make us up even though the situation is down. Because isn't that what happened with Joseph? Then the Most High gave him foresight of the drought before the drought came, so that Joseph was up even though the situation was down. This is why we must reflect. Constant, deliberate thought about our thoughts. How are we supposed to keep the Most High in all our thoughts and all our actions if we are not thinking, is this a good thing to do? Will this uplift the Most High's name? We do carry it. We say Yasharel, right? We say we Israel, right? We say we Yisrael, right? Well, that's supposed to be the Most High's name. See, that goes right back into the aspect that there needs to be self-integrity, humility, and sharing the glory that comes from being favored by the Most High. That everything ain't just you and everything ain't just him. That the leader in front of you, he is servicing the people around him so the people around him could do all the work that they need to do, right? The leader ain't do everything. The Most High did everything. The Most High allowed these things to come together, or he allowed those things to fall apart. And when you put that back in perspective, then now you have to reflect and make sure you're following the will that's in front of you. Because if you're not, things are going to crash. Things are not going to flow.
Con.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Hey man, I got a script. One of my favorites in the book of Isaiah. What is this? We in chapter 10, verse 13. For he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. And my hand hath found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. This is the allegory that always gets me into the thought pattern of saying, okay, never get too prideful in this world. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up. or as if the staff should lift up itself as it were no wood. Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, set among his fat ones' leanings, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning like the burning of a fire, and the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his Holy One for a flame, and it shall burn and devour his thorns and his beers in one day, and shall consume the glory of his forest and of his fruitful field, both soul and body, and they shall be as when a standard bearer fainted. So basically, man, that scripture right there hit with me on how can I take pride? How can I take glory? And like how y'all was already giving account to, the Most High gives us this. The Most High gives us the tools to operate, to gain in this world. So for us to boast and be proud in our achievements and not really give honor and glory to who it is really supposed to go to, know that the Most High can easily take it away and have us look out here naked and dry, just like in Job. So it's really out here. We on a thin line, and I created this topic just to have this talking point with brothers like mine, because at the end of the day, glory, yeah, it's a word where we don't want all the glory, but when we really dig deep down into it, and how brother Jamonte was referencing how he was interacting with some of the other people in their cultures, how pretty much if we're not honoring what we do, and if we're not looked at a nation that is supposed to be honored, there then creates a system or a mind frame of shame of our people. And why do we want to be seen as such if we're not out here making sure that when we operate, it's to glorify the Most High? When we operate, it is to also give praises unto our Maker.
Hey, Jeremiah 9:23-24 says, "Thus saith the Most High, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he hath understanding and knoweth me, that I am the Most High, which exerciseth loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Most High Yah."
And hey, you read the right scripture just to be able to build on the second part of this topic, where I pretty much said people ain't out here, they lacking the spirit because they're unable to build and unable to cooperate. But then again, if you over here glorying in the right things that the Most High has bestowed upon us, we should be able to talk to one of each other like this and be able to create some constructs on having solutions out here for one another. Instead of putting each other under the bus, we can create a foundation and a platform to help each other elevate.
Big con. Big con. And, the spirit of discourse, right, is actually, according to Proverbs 6, I believe it's verse 18, is an abomination unto the Most High. It's not one of the things he just hates. No. That was the other 6 things. It's the 7th one that makes it complete, makes it an abomination. And actually, when you look very hard, the 6 things that he lists before were all so discourse among brethren when you actually look at them, when they're applied. And it's one of those things that, hey, how can you be sowing abominations if you're glorifying the Most High? It's an oxymoron. You can't do both truly, right? If you're saying all glory to the Most High, I'm just a humble servant. I'm just here that I'm breathing again. I'm here that I can build this land. I can cultivate my own. I can be more self-independent. I have a few brothers that I can count on. I know some things are down and some things are up, but those things are not within my reach. What's in my reach is being obedient to the Most High and allowing the works to enjoy my labor, as it tells us to do in Ecclesiastes, right? To have my feast with the Most High and to grow, and let everything else fall into place.
Absolutely. And like the scripture says, like a good tree ain't going to produce bad fruit, corrupt fruit, and a corrupt tree is not going to produce good fruit. Neither is a spring going to give forth salt and fresh water. And, it kind of goes to, Leon, you probably know the scripture, but there's another scripture where it's like, because of you, you cause the name of the Most High to be blasphemed among the Gentiles.
That's
And
Romans too.
yeah, and that's one of them scriptures that I always have in my mind, and I literally pray and I'll be like, Father, I just pray that you help me not be a hypocrite out here and cause your name to be blasphemed among the Gentiles. I mean,
Con.
it's such a, it's the things that we just have to really be cognizant of. As you said, like one of the things in the Navy is like, you're not just a sailor when you're on the ship out to sea. I mean, you're a sailor all the time, which means that when you on Facebook, you're a sailor first and foremost, so you're not posting crazy stuff. And it's like the same thing with us. We've gone and we've made our professions in front of a lot of people. And so we need to be acting like, because people are watching us. And so we need to definitely make sure that we're practicing what we preach. We're looking for those areas in our lives where, we may have had the tendency to be hypocritical in times past or whatever. We're all a work in progress. We're all working on things, but it's like there needs to be that growth, that desire to seek out those imperfections that we have and be humble enough to ask the Most High to reveal to us those areas where we have those uh, hypocrisies, and and to have the courage to actually address those things amongst ourselves. And so definitely, man, there's so much to this walk. And brothers, I'm glad to be able to come and build with you all today. I'm gonna have to hop off the stream because I have some stuff I need to take care of for this
Same here.
evening. But yeah, but look, it's been such a blessing, and really, this is something that I needed. I needed, um, and it's very timely with events and just other things that I have going on with my life. And so, definitely a lot of things to think about, and some prayers have been answered today. So I really appreciate the wisdom from both of you here. I appreciate His Will is Real coming in and the wisdom from him, as well as everybody in the comments, who's been giving their support and everything. I really appreciate all you guys. And so with that, I'm going to get out of here. So long. Peace and blessing, gentlemen.
Shalom. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, anytime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Devon Lee, I think he's on the right path with that, man.
Hey, man, I had y'all here for a nice little minute, man. The spirit was moving, man.
Hey, you know what I mean? I gotta come through in your channel every once in a while, show love and support. You know what I'm saying?
Love,
man. We gotta get them back those nightly chronicles. You remember those joints?
Oh man, yeah. Hey, I mess around and got to break down this word glory for them.
Man, I wanted to say it's always a pleasure. It's always an honor to build with you.
Yes,
and to say this to the people who are watching this, currently watching it on playback, is that stop being scared that your destiny is in your hands. Stop fearing that greatness is at your disposal. Because once when you realize, once when you accept that you have all the tools necessary for these things, it is time to shake. It is time to redefine the world that was once around you. You have the great power of the Most High. Whom shall you fear? who shall you need? With those things in mind, with those things on top of your mental, know that, hey, all I'm here for, Leon the Servant, is just spiritual edification with practical application. You can't forget to apply what you learn, because then what was the point? What was the value of you learn? It becomes all vanity. So spiritual edification with practical application. Another pivotal topic by yours truly, Leon the Servant. Shalom and peace, family.
Shalom, Ak. Shalom, Ak. Hey, yeah, that's what we do over here, man. The family came through, dropped some jewels, man. I hope everybody was able to get some up out of this stream. Hold on, man. I can't go without y'all getting in tune with the brothers, man. I'm putting in the chat all their YouTube channels if y'all haven't already. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat had, but for playback value, man, tune in. Got all the brothers' channels in the chat. So definitely get in tune with those. Go subscribe to the brothers page. Let's just continue to build. Yes, sir. I gotta bring back the nightly scripts. Hey, here go brother Leon the Servant YouTube page. Go subscribe. Go get in tune. Hey, just do what we do best, man. When we're really moving in the spirit, we really here to help each other build and to grow. Brother, his will is real. The chief musician. Go subscribe. Go tune in. Brother putting in great works over there. If y'all haven't already identified who he is by now, that's the one and only Shofar Radio, host of the Shofar Radio, vibing with the 12 tribes. Come through. We in here. Hey, all the time, man. I'm thankful to be building. And brother Jamonte, go subscribe to Tape Voyager. It's a lot going on in the back scenes, but best believe in due time, family, we're gonna be showing y'all what we've been working on for real. And it's just a blessing when I could come through and connect with my brothers. We can build, we can have fun, we can have these conversations on how to connect with one another and actually change the narrative. And I just want to be able to stand firm on my statement and conclude with the fact that, yeah, everybody wants glory, but what do you do with that glory? And what do you glory in? So when we turn our agendas to giving all honor, praises, and glory to the Most High, and when we really identify with our agenda at hand and what our goals are in life, anything is possible. I'm gonna continue to say it as long as I got breath in my lungs. I truly want to see not just myself, but the people around me be great. And how can I say that I'm great and the people around me aren't also within that same confines? So if I'm succeeding, best believe I will lay out the blueprint for my brothers and my sisters to also succeed. Everybody wants glory, but what do we truly glory in? Say I get the overall joy and feeling of seeing my family come together, my family build, my family communicate, and talk about how we can actually strive to be better in this life. There's no greater feeling than coming in a congregation, a place where brothers and sisters like-minded and everybody just wants to see you do great. Why not take glory in that? And then why not be able to esteem the Most High for giving us that opportunity to actually come together and not be socially distant? But in due time, family, it's a growing process, and we literally have to put the pieces together from the cataclysmic breach that happened within our spirits, within our mentalities, even within our physical being. So I'm just thankful, man. Another 2-4, as Brother Leon would say. We striving. We're gonna keep it We're gonna keep it banging. And no matter what, we're gonna keep rising. How y'all feeling in the chat, man? How y'all feeling? I know there's been a little bit longer streams than usual, but we had the whole conversation coming through, man. I feel like I gotta end it off on some nice vibes, right? Swift, man. So hey, put some flames in the chat or something if y'all want me to vibe with y'all, or hey, if y'all want me to just end the stream, just say peace, divine. We out of here. Let me know, man. Let me know. I end the stream, you know. I smell like I got a hot meal ready for me too. So hey, let me know, family. If y'all want me to end the stream right now, I'll be up out of here. But if y'all want me to vibe with y'all for a little bit longer, man, I'll stay. Yeah, I got something I want to show y'all too. You know, I've been working on the back scene. Ain't really bring out any new content on the musical side yet, but you know, I got some castaways that I could throw out, man. I got some castaways. I message him for some plays in the chat. He said, vibe with us right quick. Play some of the tunes. All right. Man, that meal smelling too good. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call this one early. She over there throwing down. I don't know what she cooking. It smells good though, man. I've almost left the conversation when I was smelling this food. I was gonna tell, hey, I appreciate you, brother Jamonte. Leon is serving his woods real. Y'all, hey, y'all got on, did y'all thing, man. Hey, Cynthia said, hey, go eat, man. Man, I don't want to mess up the etiquette of the video, man, of the live. I'm over here chowing down and whatnot, man. Y'all know how I do it too. I just can't go live and not be over here in full concert mode. So you feel me? All praise it to the Most High, man. I got a tune. Look, let me rock out with y'all right quick, man. I'll tell her to heat it up for me, man. I'll tell her to heat it up. Let me see here. Let me see. Shout out to my brother Dion Grace. You know, we moving in this world. We got to make sure our mind right. Hey, it's not about the limelight. Yeah,
it's not about the limelight. Did it for the love of the art. That's why I shine bright.
Had to get my mind right.
It's not about the limelight. Did it for the love of the art. That's why I shine bright. Blue tint sit in my shades to keep the sun out my face. Cut the lights back to the fade fasting for 5 days. Water healing my soul. Y'all healing my mind. Praying in secret place. Total isolation. Deleted Instagram and Facebook out my phone to avoid temptation. Focus on something greater than myself. At 20 years old, I had my first ego death. Life is precious. Important lessons I've learned made me appreciate. Every day I flow through my lungs, never taking it for granted. I just take accountability for all my actions. No need for excuses, they useless like bad relationships. I'm building from the foundation, creating a blueprint.
What you
Time
create?
never waits on man. Tomorrow not promise. Invest in myself until I'm able to sell stocks and shares. No limitation on how far greatness can go. Y'all provided the vision, now my pen leads go. Discipline is principle. Change the way that I eat. Work out at least 4 days a week.
You hear?
Studying to show myself approved through scripture I read. Still praise his name. I'm not in the sanctuary. No disrespect. I speak from the purest intent. Still remember the day I was baptized in my sins. Now I'm able to proclaim that I'm alive again. If I didn't get my mind right, I'd probably be dead or in jail.
Had to get my mind right. It's not about the limelight. Did it for the love of the art. That's why I shine bright.
Had to get my mind right. It's not about the limelight.
You know.
Did it for the love of the art. That's why I shine bright.
I'm counting all of my blessings. Come in peace, ain't no stressing. They wrestling, be testing. I'm subscribed to the best end. I keep rising like Levin, my father from heaven. Ain't no question. On the journey, we question. Great salvation, requesting. Carved in stone, we etched in. I be flexing. We gon' grind and we shine. The pressure turn close to diamonds. Yeah, mix and match in my own designer. You see, there ain't nothing flyer. Creating art that inspire. There is no greater feeling. Elevate us a new story with God is not a ceiling. The truth is always
feeling.
Had to get my mental aligned with my spirit. It's essential, maximizing potential.
Shining like
Influential, it is consequential.
I send my praise to the top.
Then grace and mercy rain down.
I keep my head up, don't stop. Went through the flow, we don't drown. And now we the talk of the town. Growing up like Bishop.
A seed of faith, mustered the strength. Persevering in patience with hope I pray. To stay on this road, the narrow way. Line upon line, overcoming triumphantly. Favor the good ship.
A peace of mind. Here goes a peace of mind. Keep my thoughts intertwined. With the most high, I'll be fine. Bring insight to the blind.
Had to get my mind right.
My mind right. It's not about the limelight.
Did it for the love of the art, that's why I shine bright. Had to get my mind right. It's not about the limelight. Did it for the love of the art, that's why I shine bright. That track right there,
Gain presents a tale of
Mind Right, brother Dion Grace, featuring yours truly, myself, Divine Lee Artist. Hey, we gonna be in the lab with a couple more hits, man. We got some more things in store as far as that I want to be able to put out on this channel, but hey, it take time, family, and knowing that what we do over here, I want to be able to do it in the right light too, because y'all already hear me every time I get on the stream, man. I'm giving all the honor, all the praises, all the glory to the Most High. So I want to be able to make sure that I bring forth to a certain quality, a certain edge where, hey, if I'm claiming the Most High with me, man, and as likewise you should as well, if you over here subscribing to these words, the doctrine, the law, statutes, and commandments, we got to be able to move in a way where it brings us into a light, a quality, that reverence actually coming from greatness. So, hey, we always gonna be in tune on that note. Hey, talking about you a beast with bars, and the lyrics are definitely inspired from the spirit. You know, as y'all can hear the stories and the allegories and the metaphors within the bars, man. I can't take none of the glory. I can't take none of the praises, man. All credit goes to the Most High, man. I'm thankful that I got another 2-4 to share with y'all. And I'm gonna share one of my rough ones with y'all before I get up out of here, so y'all can know, hey, I got some more tunes on the way. I just gotta get it sharpened up. But come on, man. Y'all know how we do it over here. For the people that was on the stream for 2 hours long, man, I appreciate y'all. We gonna relax. We gonna chill back, and we gonna vibe to some of this unreleased joints right quick, just so y'all know where it's coming from, man. It's coming from the rawness, man. you know yeah, I'm finally free. Yeah. I'm finally free. Hey. We finally free. Hey. We finally okay. I'm finally free, thanking God that I can see with the power of belief, growth abundantly, shade deepens clarity, clear vision mentality, painting positivity, extra than the ordinary, influential, tap into potential. Here's my message, it's so simple. Hope and faith may you require. Just seek what you desire. Can I acquire the innate ability to overcome, live to inspire? Design and fashion. It was planned, dreaming with passion, sending forth my praises, Yahshua. Can you imagine? Thanking God for the expansion. Was in the box, now I'm singing my songs while I'm in the mansion. Fabric supplicated on the freshest, finest satin. New faith, divinely clothing God's compassion. It's a whole new world with the crypto transactions. Give unto me treasures of the heavens interactions. Yeah. I'm finally We finally free. Hey. I'm gonna be working in the back scenes on the production end, family. I'm gonna get this one out, you know, the right way, you know. I'm finally free. I'm finally. Omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, perfectly perfect, simply splendid, growing right before their eyes. Free me from the bonds of all the unholy ties. You know, lead me to the victory. Cater to the pillars of the foundation. No cooning cannot be free to fly away smoother than butter and honey. Let's transition safe and sweet. Yeah. Evacuate the fleet to the land of the chosen. Give unto me my daily wheat. Full compliance, no compete. Yeah, my mission is complete. Hallelujah, Rabba, Yeshua. We got the test and passed all the feasts. Now it's time to feast. We back like MJ, second 3P. Ball is life, creating this legacy. Miraculously, we growing all praises to the originator of God's dynasty, where we can finally be. Reveal the knowledge and the secrets of the heavenly. You know? Okay. I'm finally free, manifesting my vision into reality. Painting these pictures divinely artistry. I can see it. I can be breaking free. God with me. God is great. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we glow. Time to show what we can be. Just wait and see. We finally free. I'm finally, I'm finally free. We finally, we finally free. I'm finally, we finally free. Okay. We finally free. Thanking God that I can see with the power of belief, growth abundantly. We finally free. Yeah. Thanking God that I can be. Thanking God that I can see. Yeah. We finally. Yeah. Finally free. Okay. Yeah. All praises. Hey, good night to you as well, Cynthia. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you jumping in the chat, you know, doing what you're doing best, encouraging the brothers, man, to keep going out here. That's all love. I'm going to end this on a high note, man. Make sure everybody, hey, I'm so thankful we was able to get this over 500 views on All I Need on the platform, man. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, sharing the video, you know, sharing it with brothers and sisters in other different congregations and letting All I Need get out there. So, in honor, I just want to tell everybody thank y'all, man. Y'all support has gone a long way. I would have never even thought about making music in a way where I seen people would like it. So just to see this, you know, with this small platform we do have right now, and for just the support and the inspiration, man, it goes a long way with creating the content. You know, we want to be able to say we own the rights to this music. So when we do produce the music and when we, you know, connect with our production team over here, and when we make the content, just know where it's all coming from. It's coming from us. We're keeping it within the family. We working together. And so I'm thankful that people seeing what I was doing and was connecting with that. So just wanted to say thank y'all for getting this video over 500 views, man. That means a lot, because coming from a small platform like this, man, that's extraordinary to see all that support, man. So I thank y'all. I'm gonna rock out with y'all too. I'm gonna do one more concert presentation, man. All I Need, man, y'all already know on this channel, man. Faith's all I need. Oh man. You know?
I know God got me.
I know God got me. Hey.
You're all I need.
In this world, I know that God got me.
You're all I need.
In this world, I know
That God got me. You're all I need.
in this world, I know that God got me.
You're all I need.
In this world, I know that God got me. Faith's all I need. In this world, I know that God got me. Faith's all I need. In this world, I know that God got me. You can't make a copy, nah. Ain't no denying, creator of the heavens. All my desires be supplied, portrayed in the physics. Wise in the spirit, angels be mentoring. Pay attention and you can hear them. Really fantasize, create reality. Imagination going wild, it's subscription free. Send forth praise to the highest degree. God give me grace, overflow abundantly. It's all I need in this world. I'm right that God got me. Faith's all I need. In this world, I know that God got me.
You're all I need.
In this world, I know that God got me.
You're all I need.
In this world, I know that I be singing my little heart out every time I hear this song. Come on. In this world, I know that God got me.
You're all I need.
In this world, I know that God got me. Faith's all I need. I grew up like a tree, better yet, like a rose through the concrete. Standing out but still stepped on, extra than the ordinary mentality. Clothing by the heavenly. Faith and desire, design and fashion inspire. Peace be multiplied, melodies from the choir. When we ask God, we acquire. Yeah. When we ask God, we acquire. Faith's all I need. In this world, I know that God got me. Faith's all I need. In this world, I know that God got me. Pain produces lessons. Hope turns to power, and prayer manifests blessings. Pain produces lessons. Hope turns to power, and prayer manifests blessings. Faith's all I need in this world. Faith's all I need in this. Faith's all I need in this world. I know that God got me. Faith's all I need. If you ain't saying it like that, I don't know if you really need faith, man. If you ain't need in this world, I pray that God got me. Faith's all I need in this world. I know that God got me. Faith's all I need in this world. I know that God got me. It's a banger right here, man. All I need. Certified. We in the building. All I need. Divine Lee. Appreciate y'all for running this up. I know that God got me. All praises to the Most High, man. Keep striving out here. Have an agenda. Make sure that you reach your goals. And who are you giving credit to? Even when you're in those situations where things may not be the best. Who are you giving the glory to? Standing firm on my statement, man. Everybody wants glory. Everybody wants credit for something. But who do you give it to? Pain produces lessons. Hope turns to power and prayer manifests blessings. Gado Yeshayahu. Hallelujah. Total Rabbi Yeshua. Great salvation. All praises, all honor, all glory to the Most High. Yah. Thank you so much for the light. Peace and blessings, my people. Peace and blessings. Until next time, family. This one was a powerful one. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment on the videos. Let's just keep on building. Let's keep on growing. And until next time. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it, Bobby.
Why bother lie when the truth is free? Illusions creating distorted reality, manifesting heart's desires, faith that anything is possible, probable. With God, I'm unstoppable. Can't deny denial. Life flowing through. Living is a test of subscription, a lifetime trial. Only faith, no fanatics. Pay attention to the antics. Peace over power, panic. Design planned in fashion.